All right, welcome to. Joining me now, we have a special guest, Sarah Cline, founder and director of Strategy Fitness NYC, and is also a mommy. I gotta add that too. She helps stressed out parents get their lives together, get fit, and feel more capable in their bodies every day. She is a certified personal trainer with the AFAA and American College of Sports Medicine since 1999. You've been doing this for a while. Precision nutrition coach, functional movement systems certified, and Barefoot Rehab Specialist with evidence-based fitness. Welcome to the show. I shouldn't have ate that bacon, egg, and cheese this morning after reading all of that. Now I feel bad. Now I got to get my life together because now I got to act. Let me stand up a little, sit up a little bit straight. Say something. All right, here we go.
Bacon, egg, and cheese is awesome.
All right, there we go. Okay. All right. Welcome to the show. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort as part of our Women Empowerment series. Thank you so much for giving your time. I like to do my flower segment early. Another person I know personally, outside of school, wonderful wife, wonderful mother, hardworking, very dedicated, nurturing, loving, all those good things. Likes to get it done though, straight to the point, and I love it. Get it done. I love it. I love it. I love it. Please just give us a brief bio of who you are, what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it all. I've been a personal trainer and health coach for a really long time, sort of since I've been a grown-up, since I started being a grown-up a long time ago. So yeah, but the people that I love working with, I mean, I love working with everybody, but I'm focused mostly on parents who, you know, they're stressed out, right? There's so many important things in their lives. And I help them figure out how to make fitness a part of it. Not take up all their time, right? Because there was a time in our lives when spending 2 hours at the gym 4 or 5 times a week was totally doable, but that's not usually when you're a parent. Like, it depends, I suppose, on what kind of lifestyle you have, but for most of the parents that I know, that's just not doable. But they still want to be fit. They still want to feel awesome. They still want to have energy for their kids. You know, they still want to have energy after their kids go to bed sometimes. I don't know. You know, I guess it depends on the age of the kid. You know, so I have a lot of certifications over the years. Talk to me again in a year and I'll probably have another one. I think education is super important, but I've been certified with the American College of Sports Medicine or the Aerobics Fitness Association of America since 1999, one or the other. And like you said, I've Evidence-Based Fitness Association or Academy and the functional movement systems. They're all great. And Precision Nutrition is a really great place to go for your nutrition information. They're an awesome resource.
What made you interested in your work?
I started out as a dancer. I went to college. I have a dance degree. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in dance. I love dancing. But in order to actually pay the bills, when I moved to New York, when I first got here, and you know, that's a whole nother conversation about how the arts aren't funded, but we'll stick with the answer, which is that I needed to pay my bills. So I got into personal training, and it wasn't long into personal training that I realized that I love it. Like, I love taking people through a journey that takes them from one place to somewhere else that they want to go, that they may have been able to get there on their own, but I just made it a lot faster, maybe, or just a more thorough. I just love the transformation process. I just think it's fantastic. So that's when I started getting into personal training. In a physical therapy office for a long time. And so watching people get sort of healed from injuries. I'm not a physical therapist. I don't diagnose or treat any injuries, but knowing what to do around an injury is also really, I think, empowering.
Oh, so. Awesome. Yes. So the next question. Oh, this is a good question that they asked. So, have you had any stereotypes placed against you, and how did you overcome them?
I feel like I have stereotypes placed against me, but also against everybody every day, right? So in the fitness world, especially in the age of social media, there's a lot of like, you're supposed to look this way. You're only healthy if you have this kind of shape, right? For women, it's often very, very skinny, but not always. And for men, it's often very, very muscular. I reject all of that. I've been in this long enough to know that a person's healthy is going to look different on each person. Getting skinnier and skinnier or getting buffer and buffer, that doesn't necessarily mean you're getting healthier and healthier. So I fight against that stereotype all the time. There are plenty of people out there who don't have the typical shape, who are super healthy, super happy, and, you know, lots of energy, can do everything that they love to do. And they don't look the way you're supposed to look, quote unquote. And they're great. So that's a stereotype that I sort of argue against all the time. I think it's a really big, and it's something that we struggle with in the fitness industry. I think there are a lot of, you know, health coaches and fitness trainers that are like fighting against that pretty strongly. Like, you don't have to look a particular way to perform your best and to feel your best.
What would you tell your younger self?
This was a hard one. I would tell my younger self all the secrets, right?
Uh-huh.
But I think the biggest one that I would tell myself is, so there are two things that are kind of related. And the first one is to practice speaking kindly to yourself. Like, just to practice being generous with your mistakes, being loving to yourself, like just practice accepting yourself for who you are. And that doesn't mean not to have high expectations. That doesn't mean don't expect that you can do things that are challenging. It just means that when you make a mistake, that's part of the territory. It doesn't mean that you didn't try your hardest. It just means that you now know more information. So the more gentle and loving you can be to yourself, the better, the more you're going to grow. The second part is kind of related to the first. So, but it's to practice putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Because
go ahead.
I don't mean unsafe.
I know, but you go ahead and speak the gospel. I'm just here to go ahead and speak the gospel. Go ahead now.
So I'll just say it again, like, practice putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, because you get better at being uncomfortable and learning. And that's the way you put yourself in. You get opportunities and you get to learn things about yourself that you would have never done if you didn't let yourself get uncomfortable. It's hard, right? And I do want to make sure I'm saying not unsafe, right? Don't practice putting yourself in a position where you're no longer safe. I'm talking about those positions where you're afraid of making a fool of yourself. Don't worry about that. You might, it's okay. But you get better at like figuring out how to do it.
So what do you like to do on your free time? What do you like to do on your free time?
I do a lot of stuff on my free time. I like to be involved in the community, right? So maybe I don't know if I would consider that free time per se, because I feel like that's an important part. But, you know, for fun, I also like to hang out with my wife, hang out with my kid, my family. I love them. I like to go hiking. Lately I'm on this kick of finding all the natural spots in Brooklyn and just hiking them. I went to Shirley Chisholm Park recently, and I went to Reese Beach last weekend. So I like to explore, and I also really like Star Wars.
Do you have any businesses or business ventures going on that people can find you, reach out, websites? Share with us, please.
All right. So you can find me. My website is strategyfitnessnyc.com. And you can find me on Instagram at Sarah_stratfitnyc.com. My Facebook is Sarah Cline, Sarah Cline, SARAHCLINE. I'm also launching, keep your eye out on the social medias. I'm launching a 12-week program for parents called the Stress Less System. So, you know, it's got nutrition guidance and it's got exercise, a workout program for 12 weeks. And, you know, you do the workouts on your own and then you in a group and we all chat about it. And it's really cool.
Stress Less System? The
Stress Less System.
Okay. This podcast is sponsored by the Stress Less System for all the parents. I'm going to try it out first before all of y'all get to it. You see what I just did there?
I did. Yeah, there you go.
All right. We'd like to thank Sarah Cline for coming on. Please be on the lookout for that Stress Less System. I'm gonna try and get my copy right now as soon as the episode is over. Because for my knee, my back, my ankle, and my foot. Uh, we thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on. Parents, be on the lookout. And once again, for the stress less system. And you can find Sarah at strategyfitnessnyc.com. Be on the lookout for that as well. I always like to end with a quote. Any and everything you do with passion and grit. Find your passion and get to it. That's A Coach Cam. Salute. I'll see y'all later. Peace. Bye.